Hi everyone, and welcome to the second lesson under the Climate Graphs tab using the Water in the World Teaching and Learning website resource. This lesson, lesson 2, is going to be on creating a climate graph. So your success criteria for the end of this lesson, by the end of this lesson you need to know climate graphs, and by the end of this lesson you need to know how to interpret and then create a climate graph. So task 1, this is a bit of a warm-up to get your mind going based on the learning you did in your last lesson under climate graphs. So what you need to do to start off with this lesson is you need to complete the questions that go with the climate graphs here. So for instance, what was the average temperature for the month of February in Grafton? So we go to February and then we go to temperature, which is of course our line graph. Our bar graph is precipitation. And then we go over to the left hand side and we look, that's just under the 25. I reckon that could even be 24, 24 and a half degrees Celsius. So make sure you're answering all these questions so you can see you've got a couple of climate graphs here to warm up your knowledge before you complete task 2, creating a climate graph. So what you need to do for this worksheet is you need to answer the questions for section 1 and then you need to create your own climate graph in section 2. If you're at school, you'll be provided with this worksheet. However, if you're learning at home, you can open up the worksheet like so. You can print it off or download it. I'm going to download it so I can show you what is in the worksheet. So, section 1, we have a climate graph for Mawsonram, the wettest place on Earth. So we just need to answer these basic comprehension questions on climate graphs. So the line graph shows temperature, the bar graph shows precipitation. Along the bottom are the 12 months of the year. The measurement used for temperature is degrees Celsius. The measurement for precipitation is millimeters. The month with the highest precipitation in the above climate graph is July. And then the month with the lowest average temperature in the above climate graphs is January. We can see that there on this climate graph that I've drawn up. Now it's your turn for section 2. You need to draw your own climate graph. So use the table of data here to create your own climate graph. Read the data in the table correctly. Start by planning your numbers for the temperature and precipitation axis. So see how I've planned my numbers for my degrees Celsius and then my millimeters. So I've looked at the data first and then I've planned the numbers I'm going to need to have for each side. So you need to start off by doing that first. Then put in a line graph for the average temperature and then bar graph for the precipitation. So start by doing dots like I've done in mine and then connect up your dots for your temperature first and then do your bar graphs for your precipitation. So we can see the average temperature for Brisbane for January was 24.9. So you do a scale up the left-hand side and you put a dot at 24.9, a dot at 24.7, and so on. Once you've done all your dots, you connect them up, like I've done here, to create a line graph. Precipitation is a bit easier. All you have to do is create an axis on the right-hand side for the numbers that you need to have. And then you just need to do a bar graph that correlates to your data in the table here. So first one for precipitation, you do 162, then 167, and so on. And your climate graph might look a bit like this one. However, this is Mawsonram. It's a pretty unique place, so it's a pretty standout climate graph. And you'll be able to create a climate graph for Brisbane. So make sure you put the heading in there as well. So thanks for watching, guys. And remember, if you want to stay updated to any new websites that are made, or stay updated to any new lessons that are made in existing websites like this one here, please make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Thank you.